I'm going to shut my door. Slamming. I am in a rental. I'm in a rental and I'm not really sure how to close that door there. Hello. If you are popping on, feel free to say hi. Hello. Hello, Debbie. Yay. Hi. You can hear me okay? Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Lee. Hi. It's so great to see you. Hi, Jill. You can hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Hello, Christine. Hello. Oh, hello, Melbourne, Australia. Catherine. You're from my part of the world. I'm usually in Japan, but today I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. Yay, great. Hi, yay, people are coming on. This is so exciting. I can't wait to share what I have for you. I've been practicing and I was in an airplane and I was writing and I was doing my little channeled writing stuff and I just kind of went crazy. I have notes upon notes upon notes and I'm just so excited. Hello, hello. Hi, I'm seeing some familiar faces and some familiar names. Hello, LB, yay, Beverly, Anita, hi, Joanna. Yay, awesome. I think that it is, 25, just about time to get started. Let's do this. Are you guys ready? Yes, wonderful, wonderful. If you can hear me, this is great. I am so thrilled, so excited to be here today. My name is Tony Black, and I'm a recent grad from the Angel Alchemy Academy, which is a phenomenal program. I absolutely loved it, and I had a great time. And I've got all these notes, so I want to make sure that I don't miss anything, which I probably will because I have so many. But hello, it's just so good to see all of these. Yay, it's great. So today I'm going to show you how to work your body's intuitive wisdom, your own body's intuitive magic. Our body is constantly communicating stuff to us all the time, throughout the day. It is super cool. So I'm also going to go over the chakra system, and some of you are very familiar with it, and some of you may not be very familiar with it. So for those of you who are familiar with it, it's going to be a little bit of a refresher. But at the same time, I'm going to show you probably some things that you may not have worked with or done before. So, we are going to, I'm going to show you how you can access the power of behind the messages that your body is constantly feeding to you so that you can take inspired action and create miracles in your life starting today. Hello, Susan. This is so exciting. So fun. Okay, so a couple things about me. I am a holistic life coach. I help empaths and deeply sensitive people reconnect with their truth so that they can begin to live a life full of joy and freedom and power. And I use a lot of mind-body tools along with the guidance of the angels and, whatever you use, whatever you connect with, spirit, whatever you want to call it. There's something bigger, whatever you want to call it. That's my thing. So I could get people connected with that part of themselves and being human on this planet as well. So it's all about your body's way. Really, I work with the body's way to really get things going. So hello. So, about today's session, the reason why I felt so called to do this particular session about the body is that our culture has a tendency to make people get disconnected from their bodies. I know that our education system does it from the time that children are young. It's like let's just deny all of our physical needs, our need to play and our need to just like run around and do cool things. Let's ignore that. So we're going to completely just cut the cord between yourself and your physical sensations, and we're going to ask you to deny everything that you are. So it's really important for me to get reconnected with that, with your body, with the sensations that are in your body. And end that dissociation. We need to become more whole. So another thing is that I know that for empaths and for sensitive people, it's not necessarily easy to dissociate from your body. You've been feeling almost like other people's pain for years and years and years, and you're like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? And chances are when you were young, people would say, oh, you're just too sensitive. And so you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Then you start to go down that rabbit hole of emotions, thinking, there's something wrong with me, blah, 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 blah. You start to feel lonely, and that you don't fit in very well, and that there's something unique about you. You're wondering, what's, am I even from this planet? What's going on here? So, so the thing that for you to remember is that being an empathic, be a feeler type of insensitive human, it means that you are here to fulfill a very specific mission. And I know a lot of you are on the path to finding whatever that mission is. So, and I'm here to reassure you that whatever it is, wherever you're at right now is perfect. You're exactly where you need to be. So, so I know that mine is to connect sensitives to their mission, to their intuitive guidance through holistic life practices. This is just what it means to be human on this planet right now, right? Okay, so we're going to get started, and one of the very first things that we're going to start doing is we're going to get grounded in our bodies. So, worrywart. Oh, Kimberly says that her childhood nickname was Worrywart. Yeah, I know. I remember being on the bus and my stepsisters were like, you're too sensitive. You need to say this mean thing about this person. I'm like, oh, but I feel so bad. So, yep. That exact phrase, too sensitive. Yep, it's rough, man. But that's why we're here. We're all in this tribe, and it's very nice. So we will get started. Just kind of get settled in your space. You can be laying down, you can be sitting down. You want to feel your bottom in your chair. I don't know if that feels good to me right now. So, yes. Thank you, Maria. Yes, light workers. So, if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Sensing that bottom in your seat, sensing your feet on the ground, if they're on the ground, and if they're not on the ground, that's fine. You can sense the air around your feet. Take a deep breath in. I want you to take another deep breath in. You're going to send all of that breath all the way down into your feet. You might even sense it in your big toe, the rest of your toes, bottoms of your feet. Sense the tops of your feet. Sensing your ankles, your shins and your calves. Sensing your knees, the fronts of your knees, and even the backs of your knees. Just sense them, notice them. You can breathe into them. That means as you breathe in, imagine you have little lungs inside your knees. We're going to move up to your thighs. You've got the tops of your thighs and the bottoms of your thighs, whatever's touching your seat or your bed, or you can even be standing and doing this. Just notice what's happening in your thighs. I know that for me, it even helps to touch my thighs just so I can really sense what they feel like. Even to touch touching or feeling your hips, and the part of your body that is touching your chair. Just notice that. And if there's any emotion that comes up throughout this, just notice it. It's okay. Sometimes emotions that will come up that are rather strong, and that's fine too. You just want to notice it. You don't have to do anything with it. You're just going to look at that emotion with compassion. And you're going to offer it love. Just unconditional love. So you're going to move up and into your lower belly, your lower back. Just sense it there. Sensing the middle of your back, your stomach area. And I'm just kind of moving mine around just so I can sense it a little bit more. And you're allowed to do that too. Yeah, Stephanie, yes. A lot of us have. It's rough. Okay, moving into your heart and your chest area. Just sensing that. Sensing your upper back, heart. Even envisioning that almost like a tree with its leaves. That would be your bronchial tubes, your lungs, just filling all of those air sacs up, allowing that air to escape, come all the way out of your chest area. Noticing your shoulders, your underarms, your upper arms, your elbows, front of your elbow, back of your elbow. Noticing your forearms, even the structure of those forearms. Your forearms have two bones and they swivel, and that's pretty cool. Noticing your wrists, and all of those bones you've got in your wrist, and those muscles that allow it to move around. Notice your thumb, this is your comfort finger. Notice your pointer finger, that's your desire finger. Notice your middle finger, that's your balance finger. Notice your ring finger, that's your commitment finger. And also notice your pinky finger, that's your boundary finger. And if I said, as I was going through those fingers, if anything in particular came up, just notice that too. It's very interesting to play with the fingers and to notice, oh, I am desiring, ooh. I need more balance in this part of my life. Oh, I don't feel comfortable committing to that. Oh, this is my boundary. So it's very interesting to notice what's happening in your fingers as you walk through your day and as you make decisions. So it's just something to think about. Okay, noticing your palms, the backs of your hands. Now coming into your throat, your neck area. Just notice what's happening there. Noticing your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your cheeks, back of your head. Any muscles that you're feeling in your neck, anything you're feeling in your throat, just notice it. Sometimes you can sense emotions gathering up in your throat, so you just let that, yeah. And it's okay if you notice a sensation, if you notice a feeling coming up, that's fine. Say hello, welcome it. It's part of being human. Coming into your third eye space, just notice what's happening in there. What's happening in your mind, Notice whatever thoughts that are coming up. That's okay. It's okay to have whatever thoughts you're having right now. And even above your head. Anything above your head, even that's outside, maybe immediately outside of your body, just notice. You're going to take one more deep breath in. You're going to sweep through your body, doing one more sweep, noticing whatever you feel. Great. And now I believe you. We are ready to really get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is we are going to start with the root, and I'm going to end up drawing a really interesting looking guy throughout today's session. And the root looks like, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, I'll make it darker by scribbling a little bit. There we go. All right, so this right here is how I envision the root. Okay, and I'm going to be standing here, and I also want to invite you to move along with me. There is going to be movement during today's session, so yeah, I'm going to be moving my chair and moving back there. Made sure that you can see the body and all. But this right here represents the legs, and that very, very bottom part, that's the root chakra. The root chakra is the part that you sit on, okay, without getting too graphic. So yes, it is that perineum, that the part that you sit on. You're going to feel it in your legs. And so this right here is the image that I usually get. And something that I want for you to notice is these right here would be the little feet, your feet. They would be planted on the ground. And as you're doing this exercise, you're going to sense almost like the feet are rooting down into the ground. So here's the ground. Here are your feet rooting down into the ground. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to get up. All right. So as you know, this is Angel Fest, and I also work with the angels as I'm working with the chakras. And so the archangel that I work with as I'm practicing rooting is Archangel Sandalphon. Okay, so what you want to do, the thing that you want to do is you want to sense just kind of stand your feet or situate your feet so that they're right underneath your hips. Okay, and I just want for you to sense your feet, feel your feet, even kind of just like, I'm just jumping up and down with my knees, not doing anything with my feet. My feet are actually very, very grounded. They are almost in the ground. And I actually am going to close my eyes right now, and I'm bringing in Archangel Sandalphon. And what Archangel Sandalphon does is it takes the cords that start right here in the hip area, brings them on down into the ground, and just continues to pull all the way down into the center of the earth. So that's what I want for you to sense. You can even move your hips kind of side to side, just sensing your feet, almost like just driving into the ground with Archangel Sandalphon pulling on them. Archangel Sandalphon is the archangel of grounding, helps you ground, okay? And grounding is something that is absolutely it's so powerful, you guys. It's just, yeah, I just can't say enough about it. It's just, if you want to do anything in life, it really helps to be grounded. So just pull, so Archangel Sandalphon is pulling you down, okay? Pulling those cords all the way through the earth, all the way down through gravel and through rock and through underground rivers and caves and all sorts of organic matter, all the way down into the center of the earth, sensing for temperature changes. Okay, and sometimes it helps me to kind of like do this arm movement, so feel free to do the same. Okay, just sensing those feet, really rooting. You can even sense your tail. Almost pretend you have a tail, kind of do an imaginary tail. Bring that down into the ground as well. Sensing that ground, that power. This is Mother Earth. We're connecting with Mother Earth energy. Okay. Well, Archangel Sandalphon brings down those anchors from your feet, from your tail, wraps them around a giant crystal that's right there in the center of the earth. Just trace that whole, trace those cords all the way back up, in through your feet, up through your legs, sensing your legs. Okay. Whew. And just, it helps me to close my eyes just so that I can feel. It's something that I want to invite you to do as well. So kind of like just sensing your feet, planted on the ground, not moving. I'm going to look at some of these. Well, it's totally fine. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So, whew, whew. Okay. I know that for me, it also helps to kind of voice, make some sounds. So, just, The root chakra, the mantra is also I am, I am. So gosh, just think about how powerful that is. I am. Whew. I am here. I am standing in my space. Archangel Sandalphon, he's got me. He rooted me down into the ground, so I am here. I'm not floating up there. That's not where we want to be. It's cool. I know that as spiritual type of people, it's really cool to want to be up and kind of floating around, and we don't want to always be up there. Sometimes life requires us to be grounded and to be here and to claim our space. And especially as empaths, especially as sensitive people, we need to be able to stand our ground. So that is what this is. This is why this is so powerful. So just be here in your space. Okay, and another thing that I want to invite you to do is to kind of just roll your spine. Okay, it's an undulation. So sensing the support coming up from the ground, coming up from the earth as you move your spine. Okay. Okay, that's the stability. Okay. So something that I work with 5 different sensations of fitness, and one of those is, the first one is flexibility. The next is agility, so being able to kind of like move from one, starting and stopping. Okay, agility, mobility, stability, and strength. And so right now we're sensing for the stability. Okay, you can also have flexibility in movement. Okay, mobility, being able to move and still sense that connection with Earth. Okay. If you feel comfortable doing this, I know this might look a little bit weird, but sensing for that, I've still got grounding coming, I've got that grounding connection with the earth and my feet, even though I'm moving. Okay, so that's kind of cool. All right, so that's mobility, stability, and strength, feeling that strength, that strong connection between myself and the earth. Okay, so that is the root chakra. Oh, you felt the pulling, Maria? Wonderful. So great. Yeah, so I am curious to know how that one went for you. We will be moving on to the second chakra next. Wonderful. Checking on my time too. I got to do that one. Okay, great. Alrighty, so let's see here. Oh, the sound for the root chakra is So again, if you're standing up and you're sensing for that stability, okay, okay. It works for me to get that really good and in there and down. Alrighty, so next, moving on to the second chakra. You guys are gonna laugh at my pictures here. Okay, second chakra. Oh, that's a funny looking bowl. Okay, second chakra. Thank you, Rafaela. Thank you. So, is a bowl. All right, so I messed up my bowl. Sorry, guys, it's a little crooked, but it's like a bowl that's falling off a table. But anyway, here's my bowl. This is for the second chakra. And the reason why I use a bowl is that, you're going to see, the color is orange. The mantra is, I feel. I feel, and every time I say that, I think, I feel, ooh, that's the sound that goes with the second chakra, ooh. And whenever I think about that, I get the image of chocolate, because it's delicious. And the archangel for the second chakra that came to me is Haniel. Hi, Lisa! Hello! Archangel Haniel. And the reason, so as I was really meditating on the second chakra, Haniel came to me, and I know that I've done meditations like this with Corin before, where Haniel actually came with a big water jug and cleaned out that second chakra. So that second chakra has everything to do with creativity. It's your life force. There's so much power in this area. It's also an area that holds a lot of old hurt. And so, yeah, Haniel came with her big water jug and just cleaned out that water bowl. So that's the image that I got, is Haniel just coming over, taking a big water jug of cleansing water, pouring it into that bowl, washing it out, and just until it's all sparkling clean. Let me see. So yeah, Haniel was telling me that also sexuality has more to do with sensing awareness than doing the do. Okay, that's what this is about as well. So the second chakra, a lot of people get really kind of hung up on this, especially if they've been through something that's just not pleasant. As children, this part of this chakra in particular it's alive, it's that's when you're abundantly creative, you're excited, you're eager to sense new things. It's all about senses and all kinds of sensing stuff. So yeah, creativity is sensory. If you're a creative and you believe that you're disconnected from your body, chances are you're actually not. Okay, so there's profound healing that will happen through art, music, problem solving, movement, sensing for things. Archangel Gabriel also came to me as I was, doing some channel writing on the second chakra. A lot of times if you're struggling with addictions, or I know that I love to have myself some snacks, like some pie, cake. I might eat the whole thing if I'm not really paying attention. So that oftentimes has to do with the second chakra as well. So second chakra healing can be very, very useful. Okay, so that said, I'm going to get up, and I want to encourage you to do the same. We're going to move a little bit. So again, the sound for the second chakra is ooh, ooh. So again, you've got that red sort of table with the feet rooted down into the ground. This creativity center, okay, it's right down here, right below. This is also the place where you're going to, it's the seed of creativity and the seat of creativity. Ooh. Okay, so the movement that we're going to be doing is the different stances. And so one of the stances that I want you to do, okay, and this is again all about creativity and allowing yourself to be creative inside your body. A lot of times people don't feel comfortable with doing like hip movements and stuff like that. It activates some uncomfortable feelings. So that's okay. I'm not going to ask you to do any sort of like hip rolls or like shaking it unless you really, really feel like it, okay? So this is all about what feels good to you, okay? That's the most important thing. When I talk about your body's way, this is your body's way of actually experiencing the second chakra. So right now we've got the closed stance, and a closed stance is closed like this with both of your big toes touching, okay? And then you've got an open stance. That means just kind of move your feet away from each other. It's just more open. Okay, you're just going to sense for that. What's happening in your body? What's happening here in that second chakra as you do that? Okay, next, moving into an A stance. Okay, so with an A stance, your feet are just about hip width apart. A stance. Again, sensing that second chakra area. Notice if there's any emotions that come up. Just notice them. Pay attention to them. Maybe even write them down. Okay. Okay. And as you stand in these stances, you can do sort of hip bumps. Okay, forward, backward, that's okay. Circles, if that's your thing. Okay, whatever feels good to you, feel free to do that, even, moving your spine around. Finally, we've got a sumo stance. And a sumo stance is almost like you're riding a horse. Notice what's happening there. Okay, this is more flexibility. Okay, agility is going to be kind of like jumping from one foot to the next. Mobility, allowing yourself to go back and forth and back and forth. Some of you have done Tai Chi in the past, so sensing for that as you're being mobile, sensing for the stability inside that movement. Okay, and finally the strength. Notice the strength of this stance. Notice the strength of this is the riding stance, my sumo stance. Notice what's happening there. You can play with hips, play with your spine. Just notice what's happening here in that creative center. What are you being inspired to do anything? Just notice it. Are you being inspired to move in a particular way? Okay. All right. You've also got a bow stance where you're going to take your foot, just place it back in back of you and allow yourself, whatever feels good. I know some people can't really go down too far. That's okay. Some people can't really stay up. That's fine. Okay, wherever your body feels like, yeah, that's it. That feels good. Yeah, let's do more of that. Okay, that's where you want to stay. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. Stances. What feels good to you? What feels good here? Do you feel comfortable being creative in this movement? Okay, alrighty, so next we've got a cat stance. That's where you just lift up one of your legs, play with it, allow yourself to get crazy, and sometimes if you have to be creative, doing something like this movement can actually help. Okay, so there's my cat stance. I really like to play with cat stance. I'll sometimes dance with it. Okay, so, all right. So, just sensing, allowing yourself to just get still. Notice what's happening there in that creative center. Great. And suggest Christina, and suggest question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Suggest, I missed that. I'm not really sure what you were talking about. It's okay. So for right now, what we'll do is we'll move on to the third chakra without anything else. So the color for the third chakra. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take my... The image I've got for the third chakra, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, because the color for the third chakra is the sun. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, it's yellow. Okay, so that's the sun. Okay, the mantra is I will. The sound is oh, oh. All right, so And I call on Archangel Ariel to help me with my solar plexus chakra. So, placing your hand on the solar plexus chakra, just place your feet wherever feels comfortable to you. Okay. Ooh, oh, ah. Okay, it's kind of fun just to kind of play with those sounds. And we were just playing with stances. So this right here is toes in. Toes in. You can also do toes out. Toes parallel. So you're sensing for power. Something that can also be helpful is if you move around your chest area, just kind of like trying to sense for that this piece right here. It's a couple inches above your navel. So you're sensing for that. Okay. Droop, droop. Another thing that I want to invite you to do is to play with your hands right here. As we're moving up, we're going to become more expressive with our hands. And so here's your web spaces. You're going to notice your web spaces. Feel those web spaces. And if you want to really tap into your power, if you really want to bring it out, especially if you're feeling funky, you want to start doing some punches. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that you can do. You can do punching out, blah, blah, blah. You can actually do kicking. Okay, ha, ha. You can punch sideways and kind of jab back. Okay, blocking down. Blah, blah, blah. And sounding, allowing sound to come out as you're doing those, those kicks or those blocks or those punches. You want to feel it coming from this space right here. So it's like, ha, ha. It helps so much just to allow the sound to come from this space. So ha. So if you can, allow yourself to make that sound, in your house. My kids are always making fun of me because I'm always making those sounds. Ha! Do it. Ha! Ha! So, sensing that power, sensing that power coming out of your body helps. Okay. So sensing that here. Allowing Archangel Ariel to come in. And she's holding that space in your body. Her beautiful hands, her beautiful wings. Archangel Ariel is also another one to work with if you're trying to move forward with a business or an idea or something. Just follow her lead. She actually pulls me like this, so that's kind of cool. Fourth chakra, I love. For the fourth chakra, it's green. I'm drawing my little chalice here. Okay. Fourth chakra image is a cup. So we've got the little table here. We've got the second chakra with the bowl. We've got the sun. We've got the cup. And so with this cup, I like this one. Who's laughing? I know. Oh my, beautiful, isn't it? So with the heart chakra, this is oftentimes where a lot of folks get very, I don't know, touched. It's I feel. The sound is ah. It's like ah. When your beloved gives you something. Ah. Okay. First, we're going to do the movement. I love that, laughing in a great creative way. Beautiful. Great. So, and even place your hands on your chest. Allow yourself to say, okay. The movements that can help with this one. There's actually a routine that I do where you're dancing with yourself. Okay, so this right here can actually be very soothing. Okay, this is called a fast clock where you go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. That's all it is. Move forward and back. And it's almost like you're rocking a baby. I feel, okay. You can even do it with your other foot. Okay, sensing that. I feel. Okay, and also another movement that can help connect with this heart space is it's something called creepy crawlers, moving your fingers. Okay, the image I get a lot of times is almost like spider webs connecting the fingers together. You don't have to use spider webs; you could use gum. But yeah. Just sensing connection, creativity, and just you can even be weaving something super cool. All right, so sensing that heart space. But the archangel that comes through for me for the heart space, it's not necessarily an archangel, but is Jesus. So place your hand above your heart. I'm feeling Jesus coming down and through the back, placing his hand on the back, one hand on your chest. Breathe into that hand. And yes, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and just really, really sense that tenderness and that love. Jesus is all about that tenderness, that love, that care. It's with and through love that all things happen. Love begins at the source, and the source is right here in your heart. So connect with that truth that is yours, that pure, pure essence. When you came into the world, you were pure, and you were perfect. You were filled with curiosity and wonder. Be still. And be. So imagine, if you can, the most beautiful cup you've ever seen. Right there in the center of your chest. Jesus has his hand over your heart. He's pouring purifying water into that cup. This water has the power to melt away any pain or grief that's holding you back. Paige, yes, yes. Beautiful. And Jesus says, I know. I understand the pain that you've been through. It's given you the strength to achieve the unimaginable. I know it hurts. He's filling that cup with unconditional love. And Paige, I love that Mother Mary and Archangel Raphael came through for you. That is beautiful. And yes, notice if any other archangels are coming through for you too. Just notice and say welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay. So now, making it up into the fourth chakra, or not fourth chakra, sorry about that, fifth chakra. This chakra right here is, and I've noticed that in between the fourth and the fifth chakra, a lot of people, particularly sensitive people, particularly empaths, might end up sensing a block or feeling a block right here, kind of being cut off here. And this is going to help to remove that block and to, yeah, actually I'm getting this image of just kind of like removing almost like a slat, like almost like, you know, toaster ovens have the different little trays or whatever, pulling out a tray and allowing that flow to happen for you. So, whew, yeah. So, fifth chakra, I say, I listen, I receive. And the sound is I. So allow yourself to say that I, to voice that I. You may even feel it in the back. Okay, you may even feel it in your upper back. I. Okay. There were 3 archangels that came through for me, and you may even notice that some others come through for you, but I've got Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raguel all coming in to help with this communication center, with this expression center. It's also a center that is responsible for allowing us to receive messages and to hear, really, really hear, deep hearing. The hearing that goes all the way down to your heart. A lot of times you'll notice that if you're talking to somebody and they just keep on talking and talking and talking, it shows that there is a disconnection here. So allowing folks to kind of like say things so that, you know, a message can settle into your heart, and allowing that space for the message to settle and to establish meaning for you. Hello, Rosalind, and hi, Natalie. Yes. Oh, cool, Paige. Awesome. So, yes, there we go. All right. So the movements that I've got for 5 is undulation, moving from your spine. Unlock spine. Okay. So once again, we've got the undulation. Remember we did it with the root chakra, but this time we're actually doing it we're going to pay attention to what's happening in the neck, okay? So as you go down, you're going to start with the lower back and allow that unlocking of the spine, sensing that unlocking of the spine. One of the problems that happens with us in the first world cultures, I know, is we tend to get really locked up in through the spine, and so doing an undulation like this, where you allow your head to be the last thing that gets picked up, can help to unlock the spine, and it allows that energy to move freely. So yes, that's the undulation. Another thing that you can do, or you've got the other side, the other way of doing an undulation. That's where you let your head down first, and you allow that head to just roll down and moving back up. Okay, also sensing, looking around, feeling that mobility in your neck. Okay, you can have agility or stop, start, stop. Okay, kind of like moving your head around like this. Okay, so agility, okay, mobility, stability. Notice the stability of your spine, stability in your throat chakra. Okay, that sound once again, or not your fourth, your fifth chakra. Okay. Okay, say that ooh, that can even be really, really rough, I've noticed. Okay, saying I and saying it loud, okay, allowing the full voice to come out. That can be a little bit tricky for some of us, I know. And really, really voicing it. Make it a challenge, you know. Almost like you're kind of like trying to make it a little I dart. Practice doing it louder and louder and louder. Your voice is important. And so working with this chakra is very, very critical. Okay? And even saying allowing I to rise up from the root all the way up and through your voice box. Allowing that I to come out like that. Okay, there's power to that. So really work with that whenever you have a chance to. You might even be in your car. Okay, you may not feel comfortable doing it in front of your family, but if you're in your car and you got at the stop sign or whatever, allowing that to really come out. Ooh, yes, it feels very good. It feels very powerful. And of course, belting out to your favorite song can help too. So, moving on to chakra number 6 is the third eye. Oh, you felt resistance, Beverly? Yes. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. It feels weird at first, and I know that when I start to say I want to mute it. Well, and the thing is as women, as empaths, as sensitives, it's not okay for us to silence ourselves or to make ourselves smaller or to make the voice smaller or quieter. Okay, it's time for us to actually root down into the ground and just allow that power to come out through your voice. This chakra is powerful. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Okay, so 6, third eye chakra, right here. The color is indigo. Oh my goodness, I didn't even, let's see. Got the throat chakra, the symbol is a bell. Sorry about that. My symbols are getting smaller as we go up. That's a 5th chakra. 6th chakra, indigo. Indigo, you've got the third eye. So of course, the image is a giant eyeball there on the top. Isn't that pretty? Okay, again, support's coming from down here all the way up through the spine. That's why spinal movements are so important. Not going all the way up to the third eye. Okay, so the mantra for the third eye is I see. Archangel Raziel came in for me. The sound is A, like as in hey. And what I want to invite you to do here, place your hand gently on that third eye, in between your eyebrows here. And I want you to say hey as long as you can. Hey, and even sensing that vibration all the way that's coming from the root all the way up through the spine. Hey, just like that. Hey. Okay. And the movement for this third eye. So chest isolation, touch, sensing a range of motion in your rib cage, placing your palm on your head, free space. Okay, so the way that this, hello Corin! Okay, so when we do chest undulation, what that means is you're just going to be moving that chest around. It really helps to close the eyes if you can, if you feel comfortable doing that, or even just kind of having them half-masked. Okay, calling in Archangel Raziel. Now, when I'm dancing, when I do my dancing, it's a practice where I connect with my angels, and this is the time Raziel is like, boom, 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 I'm going to drop this in on you, and I'm like, whoa! So allowing, just really moving, feeling that freedom in my body helps me to open up and to create at the end. So I'm moving around, I move around, and it's like download, 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 and it's like, whoa, this is crazy. So allow yourself to move around. If you're feeling a little bit stuck, you know, like, I just don't even know anything, I'm not really communicating with my angels, blah, blah, blah. Do something like this, sensing that undulation. Come to me, angels. Let's do this. You know. What was that? Oh no, that was for fourth. Sixth was A. Allowing yourself to move around. A. Okay, and you might just get an instant download. At that point, you want to write it down. Okay, take out your journal, write it down, draw, do whatever it is that you got to do. Okay, well, sometimes I'll just be dancing, and then I'll be like, ooh, ooh, and then I've got Post-its all over my wall, and I start writing whatever I get. It's really kind of cool. Okay, so how are you feeling with that one? Good, good, good. Okay, awesome. Finally, chakra number 7, we are wrapping it up. Okay, is this one right up here. It's your wonderful. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Lee. Yay. This right here, crown chakra. So whenever I draw this out, my artistry is beautiful. I like to say. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Oh, isn't it cute? Look at that. So we've got the root chakra, we've got the second chakra or sacral chakra here, we've got the power center right here, you've got the heart center with everything that comes into it and it's flowing all over. Okay, flows right into the hands. So whenever you want to sense that connection with heart, you can play with your hands and be very expressive. Expression also comes from here, so it's going to travel down and out. Okay, you've got your third eye right here. Again, messages come in, flow out. You've also got source coming in for your 7th chakra. The mantra for this one is I remember, or I know. The sound is E, as in free. E. Yay, Catherine, thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Yay. E. And once again, archangel that came in for me was Raziel, as well as the Creator. E. So for this, I want to invite you to simply come into your space. You can sit down, lay down, stand up, whatever feels the most divinely comfortable to you, that's what you want to do. And this is where you're going to focus on breathing. Breathing and that connection with Source, with Creator, with whatever you want to call it. Allowing that connection to be established and made. Breathing into it, breathing into this experience. Noticing that connection, sensing your head feeling light, fluffy. Just let go. Let go. there's anything in particular that you don't want to be carrying with you anymore, allow it to go. Say, thank you. Please, Creator, take this from me. Angels, take this from me. I'm going to let it go. Turning it over to you. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, angels. And we're going to bring it all the way back in. I want you to notice. I'm seeing a light right above your head. Allow that light to come down into your head. Okay, through your third eye, down through your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra. Now connecting with your root chakra. Once again, sending that power, sending that light all the way down into the ground where Archangel Sandalphon rooted you down in there. Okay, sensing that grounding once more. Now coming all the way back up into your heart space. Take a deep breath in. Creating a bubble all around you, full of protection. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. And yes, Creator is taking the wheel. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Mwah. And also, if I put my link for a magical morning routine, magical mystical morning routine, I put a link for that. It's a free 5-day process that I take you through in creating your own routine where you can connect with your body and do a lot more of this stuff all on your own. So there's a link in the description, so feel free to check that out. And I look forward to let me know if you have any questions or anything just down below. All right, bye.